Hello everyone, how are you today? Is it good? Alright, are you ready for day 8? Sylvester and the Magic Pebble. 오늘 나오는 스토리북에서는요, 당나귀 실베스터가 엄마 아빠와 함께 살고 있고요. 평소에 조약돌 모으는 걸 좋아해요. 그러던 비 내리던 토요일 날 조약돌 하나를 줍게 돼요. 그런데 그 조약돌이 소원을 들어준다는 걸 알게 되었어요. 어느 날 실베스터는 사자를 만나면서 조약돌에게 소원을 빌죠. 언니 내 몸을 숨겨줘. 나를 돌로 바꿔줘. 해서 실베스터는 바위로 바뀌게 돼요. 그래서 사자로부터 피할 수가 있었죠. 그런데 안타깝게도 우리 실베스터가 본래의 당나귀 모습으로 돌아오질 않는 거예요. 그러던 중에 우리 가족들은 실베스터를 찾기 시작했고 그리워하고 보고 싶어하고 너무너무 슬픔에 차있겠죠? 네, 스토리 마지막은 어떻게 되었을까요? 네, 다행히 실베스터는 본래의 모습으로 돌아오긴 했지요. 그리고 그 요술 조약돌은 금고 안에 고이 간직해 두었어요. 더 이상 그 요술 조약돌이 필요 없거든요. 물론 언젠가 또 소원을 빌고 싶을 때가 있겠지만 지금 이 순간 내 가족을 찾았고 내 가족의 소중함을 알았고 내 가족의 사랑을 느낄 수 있는 것, 그 이상에 뭐가 있겠어요. 오늘 우리 맘앤데디도 내 옆에 있는 내 가족부터 내 신랑, 내 와이프, 내 자녀에게 먼저 더 가까이 가서 사랑한다고 말할 수 있는 그런 귀한 하루가 되기를 바랄게요.
Sylvester and the Magic Pebble. Sylvester Duncan lived with his mother and father at Acorn Road in Oatsdale. One of his hobbies was collecting pebbles of unusual shape and color. On a rainy Saturday during vacation, Sylvester found a quite extraordinary pebble. As he was studying this remarkable pebble, he began to shiver, and the rain felt cold on his back. I wish it would stop raining. In all his young life, Sylvester had never had a wish gratified so quickly. It struck him that magic must be at work, and he guessed that the magic must be in the remarkable-looking red pebble. To make a test, he put the pebble on the ground. If Sylvester hadn't been so frightened, he could have made the lion disappear, or he could have wished himself safe at home with his father and mother. He could have wished the lion would turn into a butterfly or a daisy or a gnat. He could have wished many things, but he panicked and couldn't think carefully. I wish I were a rock! And he became a rock. He went into an endless sleep. The days grew colder. Fall came with the leaves changing color. Then the leaves fell and the grass bent to the ground. Then it was winter. The winds blew this way and that. It snowed. Then the snows melted. Leaves were on the trees again. Flowers showed their young faces. One day in May, Mr. Duncan insisted that his wife go with him on a picnic. We must try to live again and be happy, even though Sylvester, our angel, is no longer with us. They went to Strawberry Hill. The warmth of his own mother sitting on him woke Sylvester up from his deep winter sleep. How he wanted to shout, "Mother, Father, it's me, Sylvester, I'm right here!" But he couldn't talk. He was stone dumb. Suddenly, what a fantastic pebble! Sylvester would have loved this one for his collection. You know, Father, I have the strangest feeling that our dear Sylvester is alive and not far away. I am, Sylvester wanted to shout, but he couldn't. If only he had realized that the magic pebble was resting on his back. Oh, how I wish he were here with us on this lovely May day. I wish I were myself again. I wish I were my real self again. And in less than an instant, he was. You can imagine the scene that followed. The embraces, the kisses, the questions, the answers, the loving looks, and the fond exclamations. When they had eventually calmed down a bit and had gotten home, Mr. Duncan put the magic pebble in an iron safe. Someday they might want to use it, but really, for now, what more could they wish for? They all had all that they wanted.
네, 리더북에서는요, rock collecting, 다양한 돌들에 관한 이야기예요. 작은 조약돌에서 시작해서 거대한 바위까지. 이 스토리를 한번 읽어보도록 하겠습니다.
Rock collecting. Rocks are everywhere you look. There are so many kinds. They range from shiny gems to pebbles on the beach. Mountains are made of rock. So is the sea floor. The earth itself is a giant ball of rock. Why not start a rock collection? See how many different rocks you can find. Start with stones you see on the ground near your home. A field guide will tell you the names of the rocks you find. You can get a field guide at the library. A magnifying glass will help you see rock details up close. A rock is made of minerals. Sometimes you can see them in the rock. Mica sparkles in the light. Iron has a rusty color. Quartz is often white, but it comes in other colors. Rocks can form in 3 ways. Heat deep in the earth forms some rocks. It is so hot there that rock melts. The molten rock rises. It slowly cools and hardens, forming granite. Or it may shoot from a volcano, forming other rocks. Sediment at the bottom of lakes and oceans can slowly harden into rock. This takes a very long time. Shale, sandstone, and limestone form this way. Strong forces in the crust of the earth form other kinds of rock. The crust moves and squeezes rock. The pressure changes limestone into marble. It changes shale into slate. When you find a new rock, add it to your collection. Write down when and where you found it. Compare it to pictures in your field guide to find out what it is. Label your rocks and keep them separate. That way they will not be mixed up. An egg carton makes a great box for small rocks. Rock collecting is fun. You will learn a lot as your collection grows. Rocks tell the history of the earth.
오늘 Watch the Video에서는요, Rocks and Minerals. 모든 그 광석, 돌들은요, 미네랄, 각각의 성분들을 가지고 있잖아요. 그러한 내용들이 나올 거고요. 오늘도 여기서 키포인트 5문장 뽑아서 한번 생활에 접목해 보도록 하겠습니다.
Rocks and minerals. What do you know about rocks? You know they're hard. You know we use them to build things. But what are they made of? Where do they come from? What else can they do? There's more to rocks than you might think. Rocks are mostly made up of minerals. Minerals are tiny, solid materials found in nature. Many minerals can be found in things we use every day. The lead in your pencil is made from a mineral called graphite. You brush your teeth with toothpaste that contains a mineral called fluorite. People turn some minerals, like gold and diamonds, into glittering jewelry. You can even sprinkle minerals, like salt, on your food. Minerals are the building blocks of rocks. One rock can be made of many different minerals. Minerals give rocks their shape, color, and hardness. This mineral is called talc. Rocks made of talc are not as hard as others. It is one of the softest minerals. Amethyst is a beautiful purple mineral. Rocks with amethyst in them shine. Most rocks are hard. We can climb up them or carve statues out of them. But some rocks are soft. Chalk is actually a rock. Chalk leaves a mark when you drag it across a surface. It's made from a mineral called calcite. But how do minerals get turned into rocks? Some rocks are formed deep inside the earth. When different minerals get pressed together, everything gets so hot that it melts and forms a new rock. This kind of rock is called a metamorphic rock. Some rocks form at the bottom of oceans or lakes. Tiny bits of rock, minerals, and even animals and shells settle to the bottom of the ocean. They make different layers. The weight of the water presses the layers together into new rocks. These rocks are called sedimentary rocks. And some rocks form when a volcano erupts. The liquid lava is super hot when it comes out of the volcano. When it cools down, it hardens. It can turn into a new kind of rock. We call these igneous rocks. There are all kinds of rocks and minerals in the world. From the huge to the tiny, from the dark to the shiny. What kinds of rocks can you find where you live? What do you know about rocks?
What do you know about rocks? What do you know about rocks?
But what are they made of?
What are they made of? What are they made of?
Where do they come from?
Where do they come from? Where do they come from?
Most rocks are hard.
Most rocks are hard. Most rocks are hard.
What kinds of rocks can you find where you live?
What kind of rocks can you find where you live? What kind of rocks can you find where you live? 이 돌들에 대해 무엇을 알고 있니? What do you know about rocks? 이 동물들에 대해선 무엇을 알고 있니? What do you know about animals? 못 보던 장난감들이 우리 아이의 책상에 있네요. 이것들 다 어디서 온 거지? Where do they come from? 우리 딸이 살고 있는 이곳에선 어떤 돌들을 찾을 수 있을까? What kind of rocks can you find where you live? 과연 이것들은 무엇으로 이루어졌을까? What are they made of? 대부분의 돌들이 딱딱하지, 단단하지. Most rocks are hard. 써니에게 힘을 주는 좋아요, 구독하기, 꾹꾹꾹 눌러주세요. Bye. See you tomorrow.